It's day 27 here on the Miskatonic Playhouse RPG a Day workthrough. We are looking at question 27, day 27, and that is a game you'd like a new edition of. Newen, who's going to take this one for us?
Cosmic, this is you.
Oh, fantastic. Let me jump into the spotlight then. Let me introduce you to the game which needs to come back. Star Frontiers. Now, this is by TSR. Now, you've had a game some one or two people play called Dungeons and Dragons. This was kind of like the Dungeons and Dragons of space. Well before Spelljammer or all that. It had a character sheet on the back, physical information there. It needs to come back because it was just so good. The story is based around characters. So you can play my favorites, Dralosites, which are shape-shifting lumps of goo. You then have the humans, or you can play Vrusk, which are insects, or Yserians that can fly with membranes between their wings, and you battle against the evil Sathar. And it was just a fun game to play. It was always quite funny because the artwork never bared any resemblance to the spaceship. So you could build your own spaceship so long as it wasn't this one or this one featured on the front cover. So it's kind of like, right, okay, not so good. It didn't have comprehensive rules for space flight and all that kind of thing, which I think Traveller did. I saw a YouTuber called Scott Manley saying how he got into Traveller because it had the correct rules for relativity and things like that. But yes, bring back Star Frontiers. It needs to come back. It is a great game setting. Any of you come across Star Frontiers at all? Even heard of it?
Never.
I don't think so. I'm far too old. No. It is really good fun, and another game I'd like a new edition of from a few years after Star Frontiers is the Games Workshop edition of the Judge Dredd role-playing game. That book was fantastic. People run it at what is it, the Grog Files or
Grognar Files?
They do meetups. Grogmeet, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they actually have keepers with the book playing the
you were talking about this at the UK Games Expo because we saw that there was and so was Pete Burgess. You saw that there was the Judge Dredd game, but it wasn't the role-playing game.
It wasn't the role-playing game. Well, that's specifically the Games Workshop role-playing game.
Right.
I can't remember the system. I just remember it was super fun to play. So if somebody could wrestle the IP off someone and do it again,
drop it to us. We'll play it.
Absolutely. Because the thing was with the Judge Dredd role-playing game, it could have worked for all the 2000 AD intellectual properties. I'd have loved to have played a Strontium Dog Bounty Hunter. I'd have loved to have played a Rogue Trooper on the battlefields of New Earth. And this game system lent itself to that. Very good fun. Sorry, I've rattled it. Any other games you'd like a new edition of, folks?
Yeah, I've got the original Dresden Files books, and those books. I loved those books as a teenager. I think if I can just reach, if I can just reach one of them without everything else falling down, which could happen in a second. The Dresden Files. So Harry Dresden,
Harry Dresden, yeah.
I bloody love those books. Genuinely love those books.
That's a novel as well, isn't it?
There are. So it's a series of novels, very much like what happened with Rivers of London. There was a series of novels, and then from the novels they went, "This is really cool. There's a whole universe world. Let's turn it into a role playing game," and they did. It's great, old school. If you're out there and you want to redo it because I will buy it. And it's great. There are such rich varieties of supernatural entities. It's much more, rather than if you think Call of Cthulhu, that you are perhaps being introduced to the supernatural or cosmic entities for the first time. Dresden Files is a bit more less cosmic, although there is still cosmic aspects, and it's more that you are very much aware of it and you navigate it as much as you go to the shop and buy milk. It's a part of your daily lifestyle. So yeah, very cool.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay, well, that's day 27 of a game we'd like new editions of. Let's see what tomorrow brings for us.